So, you're planning a fundraiser for your nonprofit, which is awesome. It's an amazing way to make an impact. But let's be real, managing the money side of things can be a huge headache. If you've ever felt that sinking feeling, stick around. We're about to look at a way to make it all a whole lot easier. Okay, does this sound familiar? You've got this great event idea, you start booking a few things, and then you look at the numbers. And you realize, whoa, these costs are adding up, and they're adding up fast. It's that classic uh-oh moment every event planner dreads, and it's exactly what we're going to tackle today. Right, you've got the big stuff covered. You're thinking about the venue, the catering, the marketing, but you know what really gets you? It's all the little things, those smaller expenses that just kind of slip through the cracks. They're the ones that can totally blow up your budget. And when you're trying to make every single dollar count for your cause, that juggling act can feel just about impossible. But what if you could swap all that stress for actual strategy? What if you could go into this thing planning with real, genuine confidence? Well, that's where having a dedicated budget planner absolutely changes the game. It just creates a completely different experience. And this is the before and after right here. You're moving away from the chaos, those last-minute surprises, and that constant fear of overspending. And you're moving to a place of clarity, control. You go from putting out fires to actually being proactive. And that, my friends, is what gives you peace of mind. So what exactly is this tool we're talking about? Honestly, just think of it as your command center for the event's finances. It's one spot to track everything, to actually see where your money is going. And most importantly, it makes sure every decision you make actually lines up with your financial goals.
All right, that all sounds good, I know. But let's get down to brass tacks. You've probably got some questions about how this thing actually works in the real world. So let's just dive right in and tackle the most common ones.
This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? For any nonprofit, every penny is precious. So how does a simple planner actually help you save cold hard cash on your events? Well, the answer really comes down to one word: visibility.
First off, it gives you the big picture. You can see the whole playing field, all your major costs like the venue, the food, the marketing, all laid out in one clean view. From there, it's so much easier to spot areas where you could maybe trim a little before you've already spent the money. And if you find you're heading over budget, the tool can even give you some smart ideas on where to cut back without wrecking the event's impact. It's kind of like having a financial advisor right there with you.
Okay, but here's a super common one. What if I don't know all the costs yet? And that's a great question, because let's be honest, who ever does at the very beginning? You're still waiting for quotes, you're deciding between vendors, so what do you do then? The short answer? No worries at all. Seriously, it's not a problem. This kind of tool is built for the messy reality of event planning. You absolutely do not need every single number locked down to get the ball rolling. So check this out. Maybe you've got a firm quote for the venue and marketing, but catering is still just an estimate. And that miscellaneous line? Who even knows yet, right? That's totally fine. The planner just gives you a running total based on the information you do have right now, which is a fantastic starting point. The process is super straightforward. You just plug in what you know, even if they're just ballpark figures for now. You can leave fields blank or set them to zero. And then, as you get those final quotes and lock in your plans, you just pop the new numbers in. The planner automatically recalculates everything for you, keeping you on track the entire time. Okay, we've covered how it works and how it can save you money, which of course brings us to the final and maybe most important question for any nonprofit: what's the catch? What's a tool like this going to cost? And the answer is nothing. It is 100% absolutely free. No joke, no hidden fees, no premium features hiding behind a paywall. It's just a tool designed to support nonprofits that are already working with tight resources. Now, let's just zoom out for a second, because at the end of the day, this isn't really about spreadsheets and numbers. This is about connecting smart financial planning directly to what your organization is all about, your mission. This quote really hits the nail on the head. For most nonprofits, every single dollar counts. There isn't a big buffer or a nice-to-have fund. Every dollar is tied directly to your purpose, so wasting even one can feel like you're taking it away from the very cause you're fighting for. And this is what's really at stake. This is the stuff that can keep you up at night. Overspending on a fundraiser isn't just a number in a spreadsheet. It can mean fewer meals served, fewer books for a literacy program, or fewer resources for a shelter. It's a direct trade-off with the reason your organization even exists.
Look, a smart budget isn't a restriction, it's empowerment. It's what allows you to host truly incredible, impactful events, all while knowing you're being a good steward of your funds. It keeps you on track, which builds trust with your donors, but really, it frees you from that financial anxiety so you can focus on what actually matters, making a difference. This isn't just about one event, it's about setting yourself up for long term success.
So I'll leave you with this thought. A budget isn't just a set of limits, it's a strategic tool. It's a plan for how you're going to turn resources into impact. When you manage it well, it doesn't just save you money, it multiplies your impact. So, what if your next event budget could do more than you ever thought possible?